Welcome to our CFOA 2017 instructional video series. This video is an edit of the 2016 CFOA film study video titled 2016 CFOA Film Study Excessive Contact During Blindside Blocks. This version includes the NFHS rule changes for 2017, which deal specifically with blindside blocks. This video has been developed with the input of instructional chairs throughout California. My name is Mark Andrews, and I will be providing the technical support and the vocals for this video, which is offered in the hopes of a consistent application of the NFHS rules and mechanics of the game of football. If you watched the 2016 version of this video, most of it is still relevant for 2017. One of the challenges in making that 2016 video was that while the prohibition against excessive contact against a defenseless opponent had been added to Rule 9-4-3 in 2015, there were no clear definitions of a defenseless player, nor were there any clear prohibitions against a forceful blindside block. We had to take verbiage from the casebook and points of emphasis in order to define a defenseless player and to justify the interpretation that blindside blocks were illegal. In 2017, new rules were added to the NFHS rulebook, which now defined a defenseless player in Rule 2 and in Rule 9 prohibit blindside blocks that are forceful and not performed with open hands. So let's take a look at the new rules. Rule 2-32-16 used to read, a defenseless player is a player who, because of his physical position and focus of concentration, is especially vulnerable to injury. Now additional language has been added. A player who initiates contact against a defenseless player is responsible for making legal contact. When in question, a player is defenseless. Along with the expanded definition, 8 examples are given of defenseless players. And example number 8 is a player who receives a blindside block with forceful contact not initiated with open hands. NFHS has also added the definition of a blindside block to Rule 2, Section 3, new Article 10. The new rule simply states, a blindside block is a block against an opponent other than the runner who does not see the blocker approaching. Rule 9-4-3 has also been updated. No player shall execute a blindside block outside of the free blocking zone with forceful contact unless initiated with open hands. So now we have a definition of a blindside block. A player receiving a blindside block specifically defined as defenseless, and a direct prohibition against forceful contact against a player receiving a blindside block unless it's initiated with open hands. So now let's take a look at some examples of illegal blindside blocks. So now I'd like to show you 3 examples of illegal blindside blocks. Remember, the criteria for a blindside block are the player being blocked does not see the blocker approaching, the contact is forceful, and the contact does not occur with open hands. If those 3 criteria are met, we have a personal foul for an illegal blindside block. This first play is a broken play, and as we've stated before, this is the type of play that blindside blocks generally occur. Watch number 3 take aim. The blocker does not see him coming. The contact is forceful, and he does not hit him with open hands. Let's take one more look. We're going to take a look from the end zone in real time, then we'll slow it down. I think you're going to see the real potential here on the slow-mo for injury here and why this kind of hit is now illegal. Take a look at this. This next play contains 2 fouls for illegal blindside blocks, neither of which are called. We made a point in the previous video that oftentimes the official closest to the action has his focus and concentration on progress, action on the runner, or possession, thereby making it difficult for him to observe fouls away from the play. The off officials must assist in recognizing these fouls. Here's the same play from the end zone. Once again, we have a broken play. We see A14 taking aim at B5, delivering a blow to the shoulder forcefully, and then A66 delivering the same type of blow to B9. In both cases, the players being blocked do not see the blocker, the contact is forceful, and it's not accomplished with open hands. This last example of a personal foul for an illegal blindside block occurs during a scrimmage kick. And unlike the other plays, there is no reverse of field. Let's take a look at the play. The two players involved are K52 and R7. K52 does not see R7, and therefore he is vulnerable to a blindside block. R7's contact is forceful and made with shoulder contact, not with open hands. Therefore, this is a personal foul for an illegal blindside block. So now we've seen several examples of illegal blindside blocks. Let's talk about a legal blindside block. Generally, a legal blindside block would involve a deflective block with the hands not above the shoulders, a blindside block that is not forceful, or a screening block, again below the shoulders, which isn't initiated with the blocker's helmet or an upward thrust of the shoulder. This first play illustrating a legal blindside block comes from Matt Sumstein over in Hawaii. As you watch the video, consider how much safer these blocks are, and yet they are still extremely effective. And we're going to take a look at it from the end zone. I'm going to stop frame it so you can see the approach angles. So here's the first legal block. Watch the hands. Here's the second. You can see both these blocks are forceful. They put the defenders on the ground. They're effective in springing the runner for a long gain. This next play is another example of a legal blindside block. This one involves the screening type of blindside block. We're also going to see a legal low block and a forward pass thrown by the quarterback and caught by the quarterback, all legal. The two players highlighted will be involved in the legal low block. Keep an eye on them. The defensive player will leave his feet and be contacted below the waist by the offensive player. One of the requirements for a low block to be illegal is that the player being blocked has to have one or both feet on the ground. The quarterback has now caught his own deflected pass, and the two players highlighted will be involved in the blindside block. The offensive player standing at the B49 will simply get in the way of the defender, effectively screening him from the quarterback. I want to show you this one more time from the end zone, just in case there's any doubt that this contact was not forceful. Again, the two players highlighted are the players involved in the blindside block. As I stated previously, A80 simply steps in the way of B51, effectively keeping him away from the quarterback. Well, that's it for this edition of the 2017 CFOA Film Study. If you'd like to see more instructional video for the 2017 season, please click on the playlist above. If you'd like to view any of my other instructional videos, just click on my picture and it will take you to my YouTube channel. If you'd like notification of new videos as they become available, then feel free to subscribe to my channel and you'll receive a notice whenever a new video is released. Thanks for watching. This is Mark Andrews signing off.